Cool. We're hanging out, man. What is up, Internet? We are at the White Trash Mansion. We're hanging out with a whole bunch of people. I'm here with Daly Owens, future Mrs. Hawkins, most likely. How you been, man?
Been good.
Yeah?
It's working.
Heck yeah.
Came here from work, actually.
Cool. How was work today?
It was good. It was pretty busy. Left with over $250 though.
Son, got money. What do you do for a living?
I just work at Hooters as a Hooter girl. 10 to 5. Our hours just got changed from 4, getting off at 4 to getting off at 5. And that's pretty much it. I was working at a group home, but I recently stopped working there.
And they pay more at Hooters.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I definitely make more in tips than I did hourly at the group home. It was kind of bullcrap.
So what do you think about that? Why are people like working at a group home should be like help, like it should be helping people. That should be like a high level, like paying job. Why is it not?
I honestly have no clue. That's something I've always wondered. It's like, and what I did is a one-on-one caregiver, and there's this new thing that's been put into place called a MAC nurse. Yeah, that is. Yeah, and it's like
in 2015.
It's pretty much like the same thing as a CNA. You do all the same work as a CNA, and you get paid so crappy. It
used to be illegal to do what we do until 2015. It became legal to do everything that a registered nurse does, but just not make enough money. Like not make the same amount of money. You just have to have a high school diploma and an ID, and you can take care of people.
And you have to take a MAC certification test or whatever.
So do y'all think like it's only like that in this state, or is it like that in every state?
I don't know.
I really don't know, but it's called an MAC
onto that at the very top.
I'm not sure where it's all illegal at.
Push it one way. Like the top. There's a little button up there. Yeah. Push it other way. Other way.
Sure.
A little more. Now turn it this way a little more. Now you're both in there. I'm also here with Landon Hawkins. We have a 2-parter today. Zoom out of here. Yeah, a little bit more.
That is.
2-parter.
Up your brother.
Daly, how did you get into the job at Hooters? How did you end up working there?
I really don't know. I guess one day I was just like, obviously I was in need of money, and I was like, obviously I've always known quick way to make money is serving tables, especially if you're good to people, easy way to make money. And Scottsboro is so small, there's not really much there, like besides Jefferson's and stuff like that. So I knew I'd have to make like a drive out to Huntsville or something. And Hooters, I guess, was just the first place I thought of. I don't really know.
Hooters is cool though, man.
It's really good. There's a lot of good people there. I'm not gonna lie. When I first got the job there, which a lot of the girls, every girl that comes there thinks the same thing. It's like, oh, I'm working with a bunch of B words. They're all. It's and it is very competitive. Because it's just all girls. You're all competing for money. There's a bunch of regulars that come in. Some girls have the same regulars, and one day they might sit with the other girl, and that's like $100 right there.
Like that's my money.
Yeah, most regulars tip 100, and waitresses. There's some waitresses and some bartenders I've noticed at places that are going up on hourly pay, but at Hooters we're still getting paid $2.13 an hour, and
$2.13.
Yeah,
but you're racking up on tips.
Yeah, and depending on how much you make in tips, that takes all the taxes take all that hourly payout.
Yeah.
I haven't got like a direct deposit from there in forever.
You're just racking tips.
Yeah.
Why is it just I understand it's $2.13 you're raking up on tips. Why is it only $2.13? Why is it not more?
I have no clue. I've always wondered that too. And because there's people that come in all the time, that'll tip 0 or tip 2, 3 on like $80 tickets.
Yeah, that's
and
wild.
It's crazy. And it's like, man, that's your money. I've never understood why they pay waitresses so little.
Scottsboro's got a lot of cool stuff, I think. They just opened a new bar. Gino's is cool.
Yeah, that is
Jefferson's is cool. Why are people still not going to Scottsboro and instead making the trip to Huntsville?
I honestly don't know. I don't know why that was my first.
Because you're making more money just by going 30 or 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm. I have no clue. I guess the bigger population, because Huntsville was just named not long ago the biggest city in Alabama now.
Greatest place in the world to live.
Oh, I didn't know that either. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's wild. But I don't know. But like even at Hooters, as big as Huntsville is, we don't have that much business. Like there will be days where I'll have like 6 tables, and luckily I have a good bit of regulars, so I can have 6 tables and still leave with well over $100, which I'm very thankful for. But if I don't have regulars come in someday and we have like 4 or 6 tables, I might not leave with over 100, and that sucks because it takes like 25-30 in gas, to make the drive.
Yeah.
So I usually take that out of what I'm making tips.
And the regulars probably make it super worth it, right?
Oh, for sure. And even like the other people, it's just good, genuine connections you're making with people. You meet really cool people, meet some assholes too. But
Yeah. So I gotta ask, if you're pretty, your tips are gonna be better, yeah?
I would.
Yes or no?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
I would say so.
So could some women say that it's a sexist job?
We definitely do get. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Okay.
say that. I guess you could say that.
But like, dude, I'm just
A lot of
serving people
people-
food in like more than a bathing suit.
Mm-hmm.
Like-
Yeah, for sure. Like we actually had Bikini Week like 2 weeks ago.
Yes,
and,
bro. Landon's over here like I'm living the dream.
And one of these guys, he called me over and he was like, you don't have to wear that, right? And I was
Oh my
like,
God.
yeah, and he was like, oh, like you choose to? And I was like, yeah, it's Bikini Week. Why wouldn't I? Like, I get one chance to not wear my uniform. Why would I not?
You wore a bikini at work?
And yeah, of
That's
course.
cool. All right.
But it's crazy like how many. And he was just like, you can still look pretty without all that. I'm like, I know that.
Like-
Obviously, it's
like,
just
thanks.
that's not the point.
But like, I'm pretty too. I'm here for the tips, bud. Leave me alone.
Right.
Stop this.
Because at the end of the day, as sad as it is, honestly, sex sells.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It's the truth. We recently just got a new manager. I'd say about 4 or 5 months ago, and since we got new management,
Play zombies.
Yeah, I do that.
Wait, I gotta beat him.
No, you done did.
Oh, he beat you.
No, he beat me.
No,
No, he beat me. 'Cause I was trying to
No,
listen
he
to y'all.
didn't.
I was trying to listen. I was enjoying it.
Well, don't pay attention to
This
us.
is interesting.
Go ahead. You got the new manager. Go ahead.
But yeah, we went under new management. I say about 4 or 5 months ago, and since we gotten new management, we've gotten the new uniforms. And
What did you think about the new uniform? New uniforms.
I really love them, and that really proved to me right there that sadly sex does sell because.
Yes. I love the shorts.
Yeah, I mean the new shorts. I honestly think they're a lot more.
Hey,
Honestly, think the new shorts are a lot more flattering. I mean, to be honest,
I think so,
especially
too.
if you're a smaller girl like me and you don't really have all the
A donkey
junk in the
donk.
trunk. You
yes,
know,
bro.
the little more show is definitely better. So, and we recently got the crop tops too, which are pretty cool. If
Crop
you,
tops are hot.
like I loved them. I mean,
Super
I
hot.
love them. And a lot of the girls have belly button piercings and stuff. And Hooters used to not be able to have piercing show, any tattoos and stuff like that. But now they've changed the rules. So a lot of the girls can show their piercings and their tattoos or wherever. And so it's definitely, I think, drawing more of a crowd in for sure.
I think so too, man. I think that's pretty cool. So now, Landon, you are on camera.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. As far as like, I gotta ask, y'all are in a relationship. Has there ever been I gotta ask, has Landon ever got jealous of you working there that you know of?
Landon?
She's like, tell me.
Jealous, not justifiably angry. Jealous.
I've loved every minute of it, bro. Like,
Cool.
I always
They-
joke with him, and I'm like, how does it make you feel to know our greatest income's a bunch of old men?
Well,
Old
it's
men
cool,
paying
man.
our power bills.
she
So-
makes more money than me.
So now let's
No,
say Landon worked at a like a male Hooters.
Male strip club or something.
Yeah. No, not a strip club because it's different. They are serving food. There's no one getting naked.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true.
So we'll touch on the connection on that here in a little bit. Would you be able to deal with Landon working at like a male Hooters?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, because that's what I do get across people a lot. Like, I'm still a waitress, like I'm like not a stripper, not
Yes.
whatever, I'm still a waitress. And like you were saying earlier, covers more than bikini.
Yes.
I'm definitely showing more in front of a lot more people at the beach
You're not
or
even
wherever.
and you're not getting paid at the beach.
Exactly. And so I would definitely be okay with it, especially if he loves it, and he's making money. Whatever.
Yes, bro. He's making money slinging coke now. Slanging coke.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah. He said the police gonna come to my house.
Do you prefer?
While we're on the subject of strippers, how do you feel about stripping? Not you stripping, because we know you don't. How do you feel about stripping as a profession?
I feel like it's freaking awesome. I feel like if you
Awesome or okay?
I mean, honestly, I think it's awesome if you are confident enough to get out there and make money like that, and you know, put yourself out there like that. I think it's great. There's been times I've been pretty broke before I was with Landon that I've thought about it. I've been like, hey, stepping out of your comfort zone, being a stripper might not be bad, because there's a lot of people that make bank off that.
They make a lot of money.
They make a lot of money, but don't think it's for me. But if you can do it, do it. That's all I can say about it.
What about OnlyFans?
I don't know.
Would you be okay with dating Landon if he had a very, very prominent OnlyFans?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like if you really love someone, you'll overlook and work through a lot with them, especially. I don't really know. That's a tough question.
Good question.
That's a good question.
I've got good questions.
You do got good questions.
Thank you.
That is crazy.
That would be hard to deal with, right?
Yeah, it definitely would be. It would be.
The next question's harder.
Oh God.
It's good.
Hit me with it.
All right. So what about porn?
Oh.
Let's say Landon is in the porn business. Okay.
Porn.
You're not. Landon is.
Mm-hmm.
It's his job. He's not attached to anyone. He goes, he clocks in, he does the job, he goes home. He comes home, man, it was a hard day at work today. Are you okay with dating him, taking him home to mom, dad, whatever your support system is? How would that be?
I might take him home to mom and dad. We might just have to keep that a secret.
I'm saying like in the sense that like he's a big enough name in that industry that he's crossed over. Like I'm saying he's in porn, he's doing it. How are you still able to date him?
Oh,
if you don't know him already, y'all haven't already met.
Okay.
This is just my job, man.
This is my hobby.
Yeah. It's not a hobby. It's a job. This is how I make money. This is how I pay bills. My house is very nice.
God.
How do you feel about it?
Very nice.
Yeah. And I pay for it by doing this. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like
my wife would fight me every day.
I feel like if I say I'm okay with it, it makes me like a gold digger, I feel like I'm just like, there ain't no way you'd be okay with that, like
it would be so hard to deal with.
Yes, I don't know.
And even harder for men, I think, to deal with. But like some people do, they're just like, that's just her job, man. That's just her job. She comes in, man, it's a hard day at work today. Like, oh God. I can't imagine my life being that way. So again, you said earlier the good customers make up for a lot. They make up the money. They make up bad times. Have you dealt with some crazy people?
Oh yeah.
Tell me anything that just sticks out to you.
Let's see. I mean, there's multiple. The other day, actually, this lady, she comes in and she's already just irritated apparently, and she sits down at the bar. And she's like, I have a to-go order, and it says it's supposed to be ready at 4:02, so it better be in my hands at 4:02.
Oh, she was stinking about it.
Oh, yeah. She was just all that in a bag of chips in her mind. And so, we go check on her order. It's obviously not going to be ready by 4:02. The restaurant's pretty full. There's other people sitting at the bar waiting on to-go orders. And we just don't say anything, though. We're like, maybe she won't notice.
Maybe she'll be cool.
But no, she was definitely looking at the clock. So, it's 4:02, and she comes up and she's like, where's my order? And we're like, ma'am, it should be done in just a second. And so she goes and sits back down, and then she gets back up at like 4:08, 4:10. And she is just going off. She goes to my friend Jada, and she's like, why is this not ready? Y'all said it would be ready at 4:02.
Jada that was supposed to be here today.
Yes, Jada that was supposed to be on the podcast tonight. Y'all better tell her she sucks.
We're going to toast her here in a little bit.
I will say she's working a double. That is why.
Making that money.
Right. She is making that money, but.
Can't hate too bad.
Right. But anyways, so she goes up to Jada and she's, going off about whatever. And Jada is just like, Jada's usually the type, she's firecracker. She's usually the type that's like, put you in your place. But she was, I guess she was in a good mood that day. She was feeling good, and she's being very nice to the lady. And she was like, ma'am, we have other to-go orders. You're just going to need to be patient, And she just keeps going off on her. And I was not having a good day that day. And I'm usually the one that bites my tongue. But I said, ma'am, you do know we don't cook the food, right? You know, that has nothing to do with us, which I probably shouldn't have said nothing, but, you know.
Sometimes you can't help it. People are awful
It's just like,
sometimes.
why do you have to be like that? And so she turns around, she says, was I talking to you? And I said, no, ma'am, but I was talking to you. And I was just letting you know that we don't cook the food. So for you to be like that to us is just, you know, ignorant.
It's useless.
You're wasting your breath. And so she starts going, are you a manager? Are you a manager? I'm like, no, ma'am, I'm not a manager. And she's like, you need to cease talking to me. You need to cease talking to me. And I was like, no, that's all I kept saying was just no. And I kept cleaning my table off because that's what I was doing at the moment.
Oh, you just being
And
no.
Yeah. And she was like, hush, just shut up. And I was like, no, ma'am, I will not shut up. Like, you have to understand, I'm not going to hush just because you tell me to. That's crazy. And then she just kept, every second she told me to shut up, she just kept getting up. Like, she was going to come at me. And I was like, it's like, I'm going to have to choke this bitch out. Like, you know, I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And so, eventually my manager came over there and she's like, you need to sit down.
To the lady?
Yes.
Not to you. Okay.
And the lady was like, are you a manager? And she's like, I am a manager. And she's like, oh.
Oh.
And
that's so wild.
Yeah. And she just kept going off. And, my manager, Jaden, was like, you're not going to talk to my girls like that. And she was like, it was her. She came at me first, talking about me.
Yeah.
And then she stormed out, said she wasn't never coming back. 2 minutes later, pulls back up with her daughter.
Yeah.
And comes in. And they come in, and she's pointing at me, like, talking to her daughter, like, that's the one right there. And I'm just like, you know, like, I really didn't do anything besides, you know, not let you be.
Yeah, terrible to me.
Yeah. And so he beat you again?
No, I beat him.
Oh. And so
what's the score right now?
2-2.
Okay. Cool. Heck yeah.
What?
And so she goes, her and her daughter, they go and sit at this table, and no one is gonna help them, obviously, because
they're terrible.
Yeah. So no one goes over there to help them. Finally, the night shift manager that had just come in, he went over there to help them, got them, you know, was being all sweet to them, got them their order and everything. And the crazy thing is the minute she was storming out, they were plating her food in the to-go boxes. And I was like, yeah. So then since she stormed out, they canceled it. They threw the food away. And then she came back 2 minutes later, wanted the exact same food remade. So if she would have just shut up, she would have got the food and
everything that she wanted.
Literally.
She just can't do it.
Yeah.
Some people are terrible
Crazy.
to deal with.
Yeah,
I got kicked out of a Hooters one time. True story. Do me a favor, zoom in again on the top. Just the very top button. Other way. All right. A little more. And turn the actual camera itself. Other way. Keep going a little bit. Cool. All right. So when I got kicked out of Hooters, this is true story. True story. So me and Zach and Brendan Hancock, and that's a long time ago. I was a loser. I'm not a winner now, but I was a big loser then. So we got up there and we started drinking pitchers of beer. And a lot of them, though. We was throwing them back. And I was a child. So, like, I ran to the bathroom and I would flick the light switch off. And then I'd go back to my chair. I was 19. I run back there. I flick it off again. People cut it on. I go back. I flick on, off. I go, say what? Well, I need you to keep that to yourself. So come over here and don't say that again because, shit. And so anyway, I'm like 19 and I'm flicking the light switch on, off. And all of a sudden we hear the emergency alarm go off. And we're like, what is going on? And somebody goes, Corey. Like Corey Perigo. And I go, what? And I go back there to like save my buddy's life, you know. And nothing's there. And we thought he went into the girls' bathroom. We don't know why that caused the alarm to go off, but it did. So I look in the girls' bathroom. He's not there. Corey's fine. I go, my bad. And I turn around. He had just walked out the emergency exit. And so I'm like, all right, cool. So this guy, as I turn around, walks up to me. He goes, hey, man. And I go, what's up? And he goes, did you cut the light switch off? I said, no. He goes, did you cut that light switch off? I said, no. He goes, why do you keep cutting the light switch off? I said, dude, it's not me. He goes, yeah, it is, motherfucker. And I go, no, man. And I said, what? And he said something else. And I said, 1, 2, 3. And Landon, look, I elbowed his head, man.
No.
I promise you I did. I snatched him by the head and went to like, his buddy ran up. We started fighting. I snatched him by his head and I started to knee him in the head. Brandon like breaks us up. So like I think everything's gonna be fine. I'm like that loser at Hooters, okay? I just had a lot going on, man, a lot of shit I was dealing with. No excuse. But I'm sitting there and this old man sitting by me and he goes, "You didn't have to do that to him." And I looked at him and I said, "I will literally fucking kill you." I said, "I will literally kill you." And he goes, "What?" And I said, "I will literally end." Like I was so angry, you know what I mean? Because the guy had like walked in my space. You can't walk in someone's space. First off, had he asked me like from a farther away at that time, I might have still been an asshole. Now I'm an adult, but I'm still not going to let someone get in my bubble. Sure. That's not a thing, right? So I'm sitting there and like it's when Dominic Cruz was fighting Cody Garbrandt. That was a big fight. Garbrandt was shooting finger guns on him. Remember?
They messed him up.
That was a big deal, man.
It was.
So I'm sitting there watching history happen, and like all of a sudden the manager walks up, "Hey, did you get in a fight?" And I go, "No, man, no way." And everybody's like, "Yeah, he fucking did. It was him. He's an asshole." And I'm like embarrassed for my wife, you know, my kid. And Brandon actually ended up walking me out. I had to go home. It was awful. I never went back. It was just a terrible time. Speaking of assholes and Hooters, have you ever had like creepy? No. What was it like when things changed? Were you working at Hooters during COVID or no?
Let's see. I got hired
Turn it a little more.
I actually got hired on my birthday last year, February 21st.
Other way. Yeah, keep going.
Or actually this year, not last year. Yeah, so I got hired on February the 2022.
So you weren't there in 2020?
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool.
No.
So you wouldn't know if things like got crazy different or not.
I mean, now since COVID's like they say like different variants are coming back, they've taken menus and stuff for doing QR codes and stuff like that again. That's cool, really though. Yeah.
Well, at least you don't do nothing crazy.
Some people get so mad about it. Like today, this couple got mad about it. Tipped me $0. I was like, about a QR code. He's like, there's still old people in the world. Why are y'all pushing technology on us?
Well, like we'll literally help you do it.
And that's what I said. I will literally. I told the lady, I was like, I will literally get it for you and scan it. And she's like, no, that's the whole reason you have these is because of COVID. I'm not letting you touch my phone. I was like, okay.
Well, like, do you want us to help you or not?
Right. It's like,
Landon told me a story about a girl getting knocked out cold. Is he
No, seriously.
Tell me what happened.
Our this manager that used to work there.
It's not funny. She got hurt. She got brain damage, bro. You're making fun of her. She's different now. No. I seen her the other day. She doesn't know her mom and dad's name.
No,
and she's laughing at her.
No,
is the thing.
Didn't.
I saw her just the other day. It's Jennifer.
I
saw her just the other day. She was outside the Hooters and she was like, "Hey man, welcome to Bojangles."
Greeting you like it's Walmart. Hi, welcome to Hooters.
Not Bojangles.
Welcome to Bojangles.
I'm weak. Anyways, so like apparently I wasn't working there at the time. You know, I've seen it on the security cameras and stuff like that, all the footage, and
I need to see that.
Heard about it. I'd like to see it again too. It's pretty wild.
Please get us that.
So this guy comes in, you know, he's acting a fool, making the girls feel uncomfortable, and
I'm listening. You're good.
And the manager, the one that, you know, got knocked out, she tells him, you know, he has to leave or whatever.
Shit, a man, he wham!
And so he leaves.
At least it wasn't some poor girl in the new shorts and a crop top.
Right.
Okay.
And so he leaves, apparently, and then I think he comes back, like, the next weekend or something. And then, like I said, I didn't work there, so I don't know, like, every bit. But he comes back sometime, and they're like, dude, you know, get out. You're not supposed to be here. So then he leaves and comes back like 30 minutes later with two of his buddies and just walk in, like beeline straight up to her and backhand the crap out of her and knocks her out. Like literally ruptured her eardrum, like did all kinds of shit. Like,
that's insane. Did he go to jail?
Yeah, he did. Apparently, yeah, he did go to jail. But the crazy thing is they said like there were so many men in the restaurant, and nobody stood up to do nothing.
Yeah, that's weak people.
I was like, that is crazy.
Well, here's the thing: they don't train, and you know why they don't? Because if they just the thought of stepping into a room of mats makes them piss a little. They're just a weaker breed of people. Like our grandparents were storming Normandy. Our ancestors were out here like killing saber-toothed tigers with a stick, right? What do we do? I got video game on TV. My back hurts from sitting in my fucking chair. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? Our ancestors were like that shit. And we're just, well, I can't drink that beer. It's much too harsh. They were getting drunk off like
mead.
Yeah, and piss. Just, man, this piss fucking me up, brother. And like, we're doing nothing like that. On the subject of Hooters, why are crop tops such an attractive thing to see? Why are they so attractive? I know what it is. It's the little line in the belly. You know, you see Landon looking at the little line in the belly, you know, on the crop top, the little line. You don't know?
I think I
Yeah.
do.
No. But it's the line, ain't it?
Care that much.
It's no, but he does. He knows the crop top. It's the line,
He
and then if
knows
they have
the
a belly
crop.
button, it's the shiny, yeah?
I'd say so.
Do the girls at Hooters, if they're really looking for tips, do they take Vaseline and maybe rub the shirt if they're wearing the crop top, rub the belly?
No, I haven't seen the Vaseline. I would say a lot of girls have that. What is it? That like body glitter or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah,
And they'll line it
that.
up, son. I get it. I can't hate on that a bit, man. That's a wild thing. That damn
I
body
didn't know
glitter.
it was a thing.
Yeah, no, bro. Hey, look. Hey, Landon, look at me right quick. You gotta be up here, brother. It's a wild time, man. Them women are wild. They're like, makeup's not enough. I'm also gonna put glitter and make my lines really shine, dog. It's a wild time. My wife knows she's hotter than me. Ain't that right, Vicky? She said, no, she's a beautiful lady.
She is.
Have you been dating Landon since you worked at Hooters, right?
Yes.
Because y'all been dating a long time. How'd y'all meet?
Well,
Did you hop in the DMs, bro? Because it sounds like you did.
I did.
Tahoe.
I hopped in the DMs, bro.
Cool. Can't beat it. What'd you say?
I'm pretty sure I just called her attractive. I was like, hey, you're
Yes.
really attractive.
Yes, bro.
I think that's exactly what I said.
you said you're mad attractive.
I said you're
Yes.
mad attractive.
Yes. So it wasn't send me a pic.
Yeah, it
You
wasn't
led with
like,
more than that.
It wasn't like a booty pic's gonna say.
Yes, bro. Heck yeah.
He wouldn't have got very far with
No,
that.
see, this is cool, man. So I'm gonna assume Landon's probably the coolest cat you've ever dated because I like Landon. I respect Landon. Landon shows up all the time. I'm gonna assume everyone before Landon was a whole lot of loserific people.
Oh yeah.
I've heard it particularly about a police officer. You don't want to say the name, but I would like to hear about him. He was fond of beating women.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean,
was he hung like a tiny dog or like a cat, or what was going on with this cat? Why was he so angry all the
I
time?
have no clue.
Because I'm not packing, but like and I'm kind of
Because-
mad sometimes, so I can I can understand like he's pretty angry. I get it, but like not mad enough to beat my wife over it. Yeah.
Right. I have no clue. I'll never understand why a man beats. I guess he got bullied in high school. I don't really know. I don't.
So like he beat you like for real or like slap? What's going on?
Oh, like
You ain't
I
gotta
mean,
tell everything.
like
Just an
the
idea.
full, yeah. Like I mean, yeah, like
That's
UFC
wild, man.
match. Like
So like, why does he train anywhere? No, just
just
just,
the police officer.
where's
for
he a police
shitty
officer
town,
at Rome,
Somerville,
Georgia.
Mhm.
So Somerville, Georgia, you're telling me does employ men that are woman beaters.
Did you know there's actually, you know, and I'm not saying this, you know, there are a lot of good cops
There's
out
good
there,
cops
you know,
is the thing.
but it's crazy. The statistics of like cops that beat their wives is like insane. It's like freaking insane.
It's like 70 to
It's- yeah.
70-30. Yeah, I can see that, and I'm not
It's like
surprised.
77.
It's 70-30. That's a
big difference.
That's a lot.
It is
That's
crazy.
huge.
I'm like, are y'all that like?
Why are you
Sad.
beating your wife? And like I don't like you. I seen a guy get beat the hell beat out of him the other day. But like I do see I can see some of their attitudes. Like, oh man, you like really slap her down if she gets out of line, huh? Like you're
Yeah.
wham! I told you don't talk when I'm talking to my buddy over here.
Right.
Vicky, shut up when I'm talking to Landon.
I told you walk 3 steps behind.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that
And to the
video?
left.
Have you seen that video of Ray Rice, the guy that used to play for the
Oh.
Ravens, dropping his wife in the elevator?
Time out. No,
Wow.
time out.
What did he-
She
what did she-
attacked him first.
No, she slapped him.
No, it's more than that. She like tried to
She like
beat
hit.
on
She
him.
But in the
She's, like,
video-
clawing his eyes and
In the
everything.
video, it just shows them standing there and then him, hardest hook you've ever seen
we
in your
might
life.
be wrong.
Broke face.
After y'all get done, we'll put it on YouTube and we'll know for sure.
Well, I'm pretty
But
sure. Like,
I think
tried to
she
claw
hit
his
him
eyeballs
first.
out.
So what are your thoughts on that? If you hit Landon, should you be hit back? Is what I'm saying.
Okay, so
I don't
this
say
is
you hit
how-
Landon. I'm just asking.
This is how I look at it. You know, I mean, I feel like there's multiple situations. You know what I mean? I I've always said I cannot stand one of those girls that'll stand in a man's face for 3 hours and hit me. You won't do it. And then when he hits her, it's like, oh my God, he hit me. You know what
Vicky
I mean?
doesn't
It's
do that when I
like-
hit. Vicky falls asleep when I hit her. So like she doesn't. I understand what you're saying, but that doesn't happen. No,
She's out. She doesn't say anything.
She literally has a gun and would melt me. Is the thing. Go ahead though.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely cannot stand those, you know. But I mean, I obviously
You shouldn't just hit a
don't.
woman.
Yeah, I definitely don't. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you put yourself in a man's position, like I said, in certain situations, you know, that's on you. But I definitely don't think. I mean, because at the end of the day, now there's some strong ass women out here. But at the end of the day, men are built bigger than women. They're stronger than women. I feel like mentally and physically. At the end of the day, you know, not saying men can't be mentally drained or nothing like that. You know, all have emotions, but just at the end of the day, I feel like men definitely are at the top of the totem pole for physical and mental like strength. So like I don't think it's right.
I like that. And see, you're a woman, so like I can say like, well, don't slap that cat dog.
Yeah.
But you're a girl, so you're like, well, yeah, don't slap that cat dog. Don't be hitting people if you don't want to get hit.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't hit me. She's not abusive, so I don't hit her. You know, it's cool, man. It's good. On the thing of like mental health and stuff, I think women have it really hard in the sense of like my wife. She raises 4 kids. She has a relationship with me. She has kids that it sounds like you're moaning in the mic. She has kids that she babysits and stuff like that. So she has a lot on her plate. I feel like mentally she has it really hard because like if I want to have sex with my wife, well, she's spent all day being mom. So like mentally, I think y'all have it hard because y'all do have to not necessarily change the job of a hat, but try to. And then it's also really draining to like, hey, I have to look really pretty today. There's a lot of pretty women in the world. It's hard to look pretty. Play zombies so we can watch. That being said, I think men have it hard too because like I'm not that attractive. I've got more attractive as I've got older. Still not that attractive. I have good 5 o'clock shadow, stuff like that. But I have not as much double chin now. Landon knows Landon's like, Sam, sexy, man. I don't. I work out now. You know, I used to be fatter and stuff like that. But still, like, I'm never like just around people like, yeah, man, I'm hot. I'm hot as fuck, right? Because you know, sometimes there's women that you ever feel like you're pretty around people. I've never been around people like, man, I'm looking hot as shit today. I'm not like that. I'll have days where I'm confident and stuff. On that, why do you think, and I think other men probably feel the same way, I think they have a hard time thinking that they look attractive, and you do see a whole lot of men killing themselves, right? Why do you think that is? Why do you think there's so many men in the world right now just going, no, that's not it, I'm out, bam.
Yeah, definitely. That is something I feel strongly
Landon's
about.
like, holy shit, go.
That's something I definitely feel strongly about. I've ran into Landon about it a lot. I've never understood why men, especially nowadays more than ever, are held on such like high standards of being so emotionally cut off. You know what I mean? Like it's like, you know, you can't be seen crying, you know, you're less than a man. You can't be seen hurting, you're less than a man, you know, your wife's not going to respect you if you're crying. Why not? I mean, why not? Why is you letting, like, why can't you feel emotions just as easy as I can feel emotions? You know what I mean? Like, I definitely, like I was saying earlier, I feel like y'all are definitely mentally stronger than us. I don't know why that is, but I definitely feel like men are definitely mentally stronger than women, can control their emotions a little better, but you shouldn't have to be. You know what I mean? Like, just because that's the stereotype, you know, that is put on men, you know, that you have to be tough and
what's up, dog?
I mean, I don't think that's. I don't know.
I'm very emotional. Vicky will say that
I
for
think
sure.
that's fine. You know,
Who would
that's
hire a man on a job if he's crying when he shows up?
I'm not gonna cry at a job interview.
I mean, there's definitely a time and place, you know, but like at the end of the day, there's mental health and mental illness is a big thing. Like it is a big thing. I actually had a friend I went to high school with. It's about 2 years. He actually killed himself. Yeah, he was closer to my brother in age, but he was in a couple of my classes when I was in high school. Really great kid, you know, great family. He's famous on TikTok, had a nice truck. I mean, big old lift on it, and family really rich, you know. So what you
should have
think,
been kind of okay.
Yeah, you know, what you would think would be like, oh, like, that's the perfect life. Obviously, there was something, you know, he was he was lacking, and it was, you know, maybe he just didn't have someone to get those emotions out to. You know, maybe everybody around him was like that. Gotta be tough. You know, like I don't know. It's very sad.
Probably
Very
trying to
sad.
live up to like family expectations too. They're
Mhm.
already like super successful, and he was like, "What am I gonna do?"
Yeah, for sure.
If you ever need anybody to talk to, reach out. We all like people. There's people here. Reach out to the podcast. Todd Box does a thing I don't know what day right now, but he does a thing that's called it's men's mental health, and it's just for men. He gets this whole group together, and it's very cool to see. I'm having fun, man. How long do you think we've been on here?
I don't know.
We're over a half hour already, man.
Oh, okay.
We're chilling, dog. Chilling. Do you think? Yeah.
No.
You're getting up fucking way.
Kate, you have a black eye.
Yes, I do have a black eye. It's from him.
Damn, Sammy.
His accident.
Yeah.
No,
We call
it wasn't.
a left hook accident.
He walked into my fist. So, what right now while you're at Hooters, what else are you doing? Are you doing anything else in the meantime? Or is it like a 10-year plan? You go stay, move up? What's the plan?
I really don't know. One thing I've always, you know, Hooters, a cool thing about Hooters is they transfer. You know, you can transfer from, and you know, there's Hooters everywhere.
Yes.
So one thing I've really thought would be cool is to I've always wanted to travel. So, you know, travel and transfer, you know, and everywhere is looking for Hooter girls right now, literally everywhere.
What does Landon think about moving?
Landon. We've talked about it before. He thinks it's pretty cool. What do you?
Yeah,
You
okay.
Say what you feel about it now.
Bring the mic to
I'm
you.
always
I
going to
can
go.
hear you. You're good. Go.
I'm always going to go anywhere. Like, I'd go anywhere. Like Wyoming. I've mentioned Wyoming to her. Wyoming would be fun.
What's in Wyoming?
There's a Hooters in Wyoming. There's a there's definitely a Hooters. Obviously, that's the only reason we've been moving out there. But a lot of mountains and Colorado.
I want to go somewhere where I want to move somewhere. I want to move somewhere where it snows so bad.
Wyoming.
So bad I can't stand it. Is it affordable to live there?
It's
Wyoming.
pretty expensive.
Honestly,
I looked into Denver. It's fucking expensive.
Denver is expensive.
Wyoming's probably just as expensive
Really,
as Denver.
somewhere that's really expensive because, you know, Denver is obviously cold. It obviously snows. But if you want to go somewhere where, I mean, snow, like up to your knees,
yes.
Breckenridge.
How affordable to live.
That's what I was about to
It's
say. That's probably the
expensive, man.
most expensive. Breckenridge is probably one of the most expensive cities to live in Colorado.
Just for snow, man.
It's insane. And it's just a lot of ski resorts. Like, it's rare to find, you know, just like a cheap little 1-bedroom, 1-bath house out there, or a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. All of them are like either big old mansion cabins or like ski lodge resorts.
That'd be so cool right there.
It would.
I love the snow, man.
I love skiing. Have you ever been skiing before? Or
no,
snowboarding?
I got to pencil French fry. I got a pizza French fry one time, and my mom's like, "We gotta go." I'm like, "Dude, come on." I'm taking the kids up on the mountain in Mentone this year. We're going. I'm gonna have so much fun with my family. I love being a dad.
Definitely.
Speaking of Denver and stuff, I don't know whether you smoke pot or not. We're not around each other like that. I don't know what you do in your spare time. What are your thoughts on pot being legalized or not, and how much do you think that will help? How much do you think pot can help people's mental health?
I definitely think it's awesome. I mean, I actually do. You know, I dabble in the reefer a little bit. I think it's pretty great. You know, I, for one, struggle with mental health. I have really bad social anxiety and anxiety and depression and stuff like that. And it definitely is it's a big motivator for me. You know, some people put it down. They're like, "Oh, you know, you smoke, you just sit around the house all day and do nothing." I'm like, maybe for you, but for me, where if I don't smoke, that is what I'll do all day. I'll sit around the house. I'm making good money right now. Right, and like, speak for yourself.
Yeah. So what's it like having social anxiety and working at Hooters?
I definitely, that is also another reason I decided to try to work at Hooters, is to try to help myself, you know, progress in my with being more social with people and stuff like that. And it definitely gets hard at times. You know, I'll like today, because I was off Monday, I worked Tuesday, and then I was off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so I was out of the groove for a minute. So today was a little rough for me. There's times I'd like go up to a table and I'd be like I wouldn't know what to say. It'd be so embarrassing. My face gets so red. And some of the tables they'll laugh. They'll be like, "You're good," and some of the tables will look at me like I'm stupid.
Like, what are you doing, weirdo?
Right, and I'm like, "All right, go to hell then."
Yeah,
Like,
you don't gotta be like that.
Right. And
I love talking to people, so I think it could work at Hooters. The hard part for me would be the crop top and the shorts. I don't think I could pull that off.
Pull it, bro.
I appreciate it, dog, but I think it would be really hard to do. But being around so many people gets hectic sometimes, man. Like, I'm not really good at being around a lot of people. Like, I love people. I like talking to them. And as long as I can keep a conversation going, it's not too bad. But being around people is hard. You need to buy?
No. Just stay for a minute.
Okay.
Go through the camera.
Kate's a stander.
I can see it. He told me, he was like, I'm just standing here. I'm like, oh, man.
He's always a stander.
You've met my wife.
Love
Unbiased. Pretend she's not here. Could she work at Hooters and make good tips?
For sure.
Vicky,
For sure.
I could not handle it. I could not do it.
Why?
You can handle the money.
No, I can handle the money. The money's great, son, but I'm telling you, like, I could not handle it. I'm not built for it. I just couldn't do
So
it.
she came home and she's like, "Hey, babe, some dude told me, I don't even know, just told you some crazy something. Like, what would be your..."
I would whoop his ass.
Oh,
I would go to the Hooters that Saturday and just about which guy. I just couldn't do it, I don't think.
Which guy?
Yeah, well, who was it that said? I don't know. I mean, saying something's one thing. I just couldn't handle it. My wife, when she does talk, she doesn't like talking to people, and when she does talk, it's very few words. She gets the point across. She's done. So I would feel like if she was giving someone else attention like that, I'd be like, man, she really cares a lot because she's talking a lot, and I'd just be so sad and destroyed by it that I just couldn't handle it. I do know she would rake tips though, man. It would be
for sure.
It would be insane. Speaking of that, do you ever see any grab ass? Is there asshole dudes hanging out and they're like, yeah, man, appreciate the meal?
Oh, yeah. So there's a guy the other day that, he comes in all the time. He's a little off, he has a stutter. He'll talk to himself,
And he's smacking ass?
Well, okay, so this is the thing. So, like, he'll come in and he's always just been like, he'll always just say weird things. He's never tried anything, so, and we know he has something, not all there. So we just kind of let him do his thing. He'll always go around. Every day he comes in, he'll come up to the Hooter girls and he'll try to buy our pantyhose off of us. Like, that is disgusting. Like, that's sick. Because I'll be the first one to tell you, those things are rank after you work in them. I do not care. You can judge me. You can go work a shift in those and you trash can. Like, absolutely not. They're disgusting.
If I go work a shift in those and someone comes to me and says, hey, can I buy those? I'm like, yes, you can. Sure can. Landon, reach over your head and pull that string. There's a string down. Pull it down. There's a light. There's a string out there. Pull it down. No. Go ahead. Tell us more about the cat that's wanting to buy panties.
And so, he literally, will try to buy our pantyhose off of us. It's so weird. And he'll be like, do you like wearing your pantyhose, And he'll get, all, in your Kool-Aid. And you're just like, I just always say, they keep me warm. That's my answer every time. They keep me warm. And so the other day, though, he came in. And I seen him walking in from outside. Seen him walking through the parking lot. And he always sits at the bar. But he'll, walk around the restaurant. And so I looked at my friend Maya, the bartender, and I was like, hey, look who's coming in. She's like, damn. Shit. So I'm standing, sitting there, talking to her about it. And I guess he just walked really fast because I did not realize he was already coming in. And I, when you can feel someone behind you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, I felt that, and I turned around, and same thing. He said, do you like wearing those pantyhose? And I said, yeah,
That's cool, man.
They're pretty nice. And then all of a sudden he goes, and acts like, gets about this far. He acts like he's just going to get him a handful. I scooted, the opposite way. I was like, are you good? Can I help you? And he was like, oh, it was just a joke. It's just a joke. I said, well, it's that's not really a joke. I said, please don't touch me. It was just a joke. It's just a joke. I was like, okay, well, if you need anything, just let someone know.
Just act normal and ask for shit.
And he goes to the bathroom and then leaves. And then...
You know what he did?
What?
Was he in there a minute?
Oh, God.
Was he in there a minute, or did he?
I honestly cannot remember. I just know he went in the bathroom and then he left. He didn't eat that day.
He was being creepy. He was in the bathroom getting his work done. He was being creepy. So speaking of that guy and serial killers, why is there such a fascination with serial killers right now?
that is something I was also talking to Landon about the other day. I was like, I think it's kind of sad. Like, it's cool, whatever they want to do, all these shows or whatever, I'm sure people are fascinated over them. But it's honestly, it's like, there's families, that are still affected by
And
that.
alive.
That are
They're still alive.
they're still alive and they're still being affected by that. And it's like, you're sitting out here glamorizing the lives of these awful people,
to make $1.
Just to make money. And these families are sitting in, instead of making a documentary on those families' lives, making them some money, why are you not, why you're doing what's making the most money for you? You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
Because like there was just a Dahmer movie a while back, and then now there's the Dahmer show
with the kid from Austin and Alley.
Yeah, the one from what's his name?
There's 2017 and now.
The Ted Bundy movie just came out,
and then there's the tapes
with
and then there's
the cat from the tapes.
Zac
The
Efron.
tapes. Yeah, Zac Efron was Ted Bundy.
Yeah, there's the Ted Bundy tapes, and then there's the extremely wicked, evilly vile, or whatever that's based on Ted Bundy. I'm just like, what the heck?
I was telling Landon earlier, and I really truly do believe this, because like it gets so many views, and a lot of the people that are killing people, they'll say like, "Well, I wanted to be like," they get a power trip. They want to be alive forever. They want to matter forever.
Mm-hmm.
They want to matter forever. And then like, what's going to happen is someone pretty soon is probably going to start killing people.
Yes, and like that's another thing. I've seen a lot of people like, I don't know why you are judging this. It's just going to show people how bad it is to keep history from recreating itself. It's like, no, because every time you look at one of these like wannabe serial killers, it's them wanting to be one of these famous people.
They idolize those people.
And it's like, so just like, I don't know if you've seen, kind of a little different, but at the same time, it's them idolizing someone. I don't know if you've seen the story of those two girls that stabbed their best friend trying to be with Slender Man or something like that.
Yeah. That's insane.
Like, that people are literally that like into crap like that.
And they'll try to sneak stuff like that on kids' YouTube too.
Yeah.
Like always something weird.
You see that like that Momo thing that was like a big thing a while ago. I was like,
I saw there was a story about like this 13-year-old kid that just went in and was like, they killed their like baby sister, like a youngin' like I got. They killed everybody.
Yeah,
the
like
whole
parents,
family,
everything.
I heard a story the other day. This cat, he was in college. He don't even know his name. He left the college, went to his parents' house, went into his parents' house with an axe, chopped his mother's head. Wham, wham, wham. Her eyeball fell out. She lost an eye. He chopped his dad's head. Wham, wham. Beat him to damn near death. Left. His dad, basically dead, woke up though. He knew it was time to go get to work. He went through his normal morning routine. He went to the counter. He went and brushed his teeth. Tried to. He went to the counter and wrote a check for a speeding ticket that his son had got. Had like
the
a bowl.
same son that just
Yes, and he don't know. He don't know.
He's so in shock.
Yes, he wrote a check. He had like a bowl of cereal. He tried to load the washer, couldn't do it. Walked outside, locked himself out of the house. What was sound enough mind to raise the rug, grab the spare key, unlock, let himself back in, and died in the fucking foyer, man. That's a rough way to go. He had no jaw, blood everywhere, no jaw, man. That's terrifying.
That is wicked.
What about the guy that killed his kids, his wife, his kids?
Oh, the case they did on the neighbors from something like that.
Neighbors from Hell.
Yeah, or something like that.
He was the kind of bald-headed guy, and he put him in an oil rig.
Yes, and his neighbors, when it caught him, was like, there's something off with that guy.
He's like, that cat's weird, man.
That was crazy.
Why? I don't know how you could ever kill
Or about
your
the
kids.
Brian Laundrie case, the one with him and Gabby Petito or whatever.
Yes.
They've been together for like years.
And they found him dead too.
Yeah, found him dead. But they had also like apparently found like where he had like admitted to it or something. Crazy.
And knew where he was at the whole time.
His parents, they're trying to charge his parents because they knew they wouldn't talk and they knew where he was at.
My parents would do the same thing. Like, and me and my dad don't even get along great like that.
Yeah.
But like, if I was like doing something wild, mom and dad just be like, "Nah, we don't know we don't know who that cat is. What are you talking about?"
That's true. This is crazy.
Where did you go to school at?
I went to school at Darlington High School in Rome. It's a boarding school. I didn't board there because it was in my hometown. And then I went to the other half of my high school. I went to Unity Christian School, Christian school. And it's so small. And my class, like my whole senior class, I had 14 people.
What was Christian school like?
I mean,
Did you ever see demons in like the other class? Wah!
No, I mean, it was honestly crazy that we actually had some like atheists that went to that school and stuff. So like when we had Bible class, like it got pretty heated and we'd have like debates and stuff. Like it'd be pretty wild.
They was like, God's not real.
Dude, it'd be crazy.
That's pretty wild. You ain't gotta be mad about it. Just state your case.
You know, because like a lot of their parents would make them go there because, you know, they have these big, and, you know, they have these kids like.
Not my kid.
Yeah.
Not mine.
No, yeah. We had like a lot of kids, like nothing wrong with, you know, being gay. You know, I definitely am LGBTQ plus. I support that all the way. But, you know, there's a lot of gay kids. Their parents, you know, were just trying to change them, I guess, just didn't agree with it. And, you know, so they like literally hated their lives.
Like preach the gay out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's
definitely don't.
I don't think that's possible. I think
No.
your sexual preference is your sexual preference.
I mean, you know,
now,
there's a lot of.
Is that a sin? Yes. Is having sex with a ton of multiple partners also a sin? If say you're straight but you have sex with a lot of women, is that a sin?
Oh yeah.
If,
it's also a sin.
Premarital sex.
Yeah, premarital sex is a sin. If I go to Hooters and I see a fine ass Hooters girl and I look at her butt, is that a sin?
Yes.
Lusting.
Yes, man. It's all a sin. Everyone's life is their life. Like I have my own sins that I need to worry about, so I try not to think about theirs too much. I don't support LGBTQ, all that. I don't. I support that you have the right to do whatever you want to do with your life. I'm not going to push anything on my kids. If they want to be straight, okay. If they want to be anything else, I have to I don't know, man. I don't know the right answer
I feel like
to
there's
that.
definitely. I've talked about it.
I have to raise my kids I want them to be. I don't even want to think about them dating anybody. I'm raising my kids to date no one. Well, are you dating your kids to date? Like, I'm not raising my kids to date anybody.
You want them to know they're independent.
They're just going to live with me.
Yeah.
No, they're super independent. They're going to live with me. They're going to date no one.
Right.
Not thinking about it ever. I don't think that they should show some stuff in like Disney movies and stuff. I don't think that should be done. But also, I don't think they should be showing straight stuff in those movies either. But I understand like showing mom and dad. But what if they have two dads? What do you think about them showing that in Disney movies?
Not terrible. As long as they're not fornicating.
Okay, see? So like just, hey, love you. Bam,
I definitely think it kind of like gives an introduction though to kids that there are people that are different. So when, you know, they do go to like public functions, you know, they're not like, hey mom, they got two daddies. Why? You know, to where they can kind of like prevent stuff like that happening, you know, because it might discourage, you know,
and you shouldn't be mean to that
like
kid.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? One, they may have been born that way, and two, they may have had something happen that made them that way. You never know. You should leave everybody alone. You should be nice to people when you get the chance. And I think that's a good answer. Like, hey, so they're not like, hey, that's weird, because my kids will see people that are like missing a leg or something, or like something crazy, like, hey man, what's wrong with that guy? I'm like, well, don't do that. But like, they don't know that because they don't see it.
Right, for sure.
I can see where that's a thing. What do you think about? You said you're pro LGBTQ. What do you think about transsexual teachers at school? Recently, there's a teacher. She's got big, huge knockers. Like, I mean, massive titties. But she's a man. And she's dressing kind of sluttily at the school. What are your thoughts on that?
I definitely don't agree with the dressing part. I feel like
if that man wants to have giant boobs, that's okay.
You know, that's cool. I just think you should cover them to a certain extent. Now, am I saying you should dress like a nun? No.
No, he's wearing like leather skirts and like this really tight shirts at school.
I just don't think that is school appropriate. Like dress codes can be very a very touchy subject. Now, I actually seen something today where this mom, it was a big post. She was like, my girl got sent home. The shorts, they were like mid-length. Now that, you know, you're going to pull someone out from their education for...
Were they mid-length or were her cheeks hanging out?
Oh, no, mid-length.
I see girls with cheeks hanging out.
Oh, yes, there are some cheeks. And, you know, there are some schools that have actually deceased with dress codes. Like
when it's 25-year-old women that I see cheeks hanging out, I'm like, that's all right cheeks, man. Right. When I see like a 15, 13-year-old girl, I'm like, what are your parents? How are your parents raising you that this is normal?
Well, you know, like it's crazy because when I was like 12, 13, you know, I was still wearing Justice. I had a scratch and sniff shirt with Panda on it. He scratched it, smelled like strawberries. I remember that. I wish I still had it. It was great. It was great. And I had one of those shirts, you know, you like go like one way the sequins go this color, go the other way the sequins go that color. And, you know, and I remember Justice being like $60 a shirt. I remember having to beg my mom. Yes, it was so expensive. I can always remember, you know, if you wore Justice School, you were it. Like, you were it. Yes. And Claire's too. Claire's was another thing that was pretty expensive. You had some Claire's earrings. You're that girl. And now they're selling that stuff in Walmart for like $10 a
Yeah,
shirt, and it's
$4.
because like there is no more like preteen stage. That used to be another thing when my mom used to shop for me. She stopped on like preteen websites and stuff. There is no more preteen stage. Like once they get out of the
Heavy
baby,
teen, man.
yeah, once they get out of the baby stages of wearing like baby clothes, their parents automatically start dressing them in like crop tops and skinny jeans, and there is some cute jeans for little girls and
Yes.
stuff like that, but just certain ones. When you got a little girl in like a little crop top and some ripped old holy jeans and
My
some,
kid,
like,
I understand holy jeans to a point.
yeah.
Now, if your like thighs are being squeezed out of those like
Right.
butter, no, brother, that's not it.
Right.
My kid will never wear a crop top. Why do you think they're sexualizing young girls so heavily?
Yeah, and that's another thing. It's like the reason it's such a touchy subject is because it's like, well, don't put girls in this, and it's like, well, why are people shouldn't be looking at the girls in that way. It's like, but yeah, then again, because just like we were talking
you
about
can
earlier,
look at someone unsexually objectively.
Right.
You can be like, no, this is inappropriate what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And just like we were talking about earlier, like with the whole uniform, we show less in a bathing suit or whatever, like I guess little girls go to the beach in
That's different.
bathing suits or whatever,
That's a beach.
but yeah.
For a
it's
little
just-
girl, it's different. Like even my little girl, like if I take her to the beach, she's not wearing like any of my little girls, and even my wife doesn't wear like a
skimpy bikinis.
well, a string.
Yeah, look,
like that's
eye
not a
patches
thing.
on.
They wear like
I have bikinis for when me and you go to the beach,
Yes.
like by ourselves,
Mhm.
and then I have
family beach
swimsuits
bikinis.
Yes.
over my
For
butt
sure,
or
for
and
whatever.
she wears the ones that she
I'm
wears
a
when she goes with
10-year-old.
me because I can fight and I pack.
I have a 10-year-old, and she sees what I wear.
Yeah, dude.
She's
For
10
sure.
years old,
They're
so
quick
I
to
gotta
call it
make
out
sure.
too. They're quick to call it out. Mommy shows her butt cheeks. I
Yeah,
swear.
not her, not in front of her kids.
Literally.
And we're just not into it.
Mhm.
On the LGBT thing, is there any is transsexual a okay word to say, or is that not the correct word? That's the right word, right?
Oh,
Are
so,
there
yeah.
would Hooters hire transsexuals?
I honestly don't. I honestly
It's a hard
don't know.
one.
Yeah, I really don't know. I know that they don't hire. We've had a lot of like gay guys come in, and they might look pretty much just like a girl. So I guess what you're saying in transsexual, they have the makeup, all that, and they don't.
But like that,
I guess if they were fully transformed, there are some people that
that
have
you
been,
can't tell.
that you can't like completely cannot tell a single lick. So I'm guessing if somebody like that,
If they never knew,
Yeah, then, yeah.
you might be working with some now. You just don't know.
right,
Like,
exactly.
you did that, man.
But
So they don't have like Hooters boys.
Now, when I was a kid, my first experience with transsexuals, seeing them as an adult, like as a person that I remember, I was like 14, 13 years old. My buddy's dad goes, "Hey man, look at this." And he showed me this video on his phone. It was this fine ass lady, blonde hair, tan as shit. Big knockers, son. Like she was in a tub. I don't care about knockers, but like as 13 years old, like that's a titty, man. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm watching all this stuff, and I'm like, dude, and like she's soaping down all this stuff, soaping, getting it, and she stands up. She had a penis. She had a whole real penis, and I was like, well, wait a minute, because for a minute I was like, that's a nice titty, and I was like, well, that's a pee-pee. What's going on here, man? And that was my first interaction that I ever had. Now, is that her right? Yes, but that was sprung on me. Now, I've heard stories of transsexuals that are passing, dating, going out with a man, yada yada, but they don't tell them. Should they tell them?
I mean,
Like, hey, I have a penis.
I feel like that's definitely. I feel like if you have, the guts enough to change, and go through the, I guess, judgment of whatever it is and do all that, I feel like you should have the guts to tell your significant other, like that's not something you spring on somebody.
Yeah.
Like that's like being like, oh, having sex with somebody and be like, oh yeah, I got herpes, by the way. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, no, like, because like you're gonna see it, like
Yeah.
once you start to do anything. Like, wait a minute now,
right.
that's a
And it's for you to get someone so
that's a
invested.
penis.
And for you to get someone so invested, like
that you got that far.
yeah, and it's like no matter how I feel like in love they would be with you. As a straight man, like I feel like you just couldn't get past that. You know what I mean? Like if me and you were so in love, like, and you know, say I was celibate, you know, like we were waiting until marriage. We were together for like 4 years.
God.
4 years, 5 years. You're in love with me.
Never,
and then we
never even got to see her naked, dog.
And then we go to have sex on our honeymoon. And
she's got one like right here. It ain't even that
like
big, but it's there.
A baby arm.
Gosh.
What would you do? Do you break that wedding off? Like, hey man, look, this is not. Is this?
Yeah.
Wait, we done had the wedding. This is the honeymoon.
Oh shit!
I'm celibate.
So now, do you cut that off? Oh, so you're getting divorced. Now, some people say,
really?
You have to.
Well, he didn't know. Now, some people say that's sexist, but isn't it the person's like? If I am attracted to women, right? That's what I like. I'm allowed to only be attracted to women.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to sexually like what I like. Does it make me a sexist that I do not want to date a transsexual?
No.
Now, if Vicky was a transsexual, I could probably make it work because you pretty, man. But like, damn, come on, man, don't be like that.
She said I wouldn't want you to make it work.
No, but like what I'm saying is like, don't they have the right to choose without being called a genderist, a sexist, or whatever that is?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone has the right to have their sexual preferences for
Yes.
sure, especially that they want to date.
So
I
be
mean,
upfront, man.
I mean, I feel like if you're sitting here, you know, if you were to tell Vicky, you know, like, you're dumb because you're a woman, that's sexist. You know what I mean? That's sexist. But for you to be like, I want to date Vicky, I don't want to date Landon because Landon's a man, that's not sexist at all. You know what I mean?
You
That's
handsome,
not.
bro. You good?
Yeah.
Just not my type.
Right. Just not what I'm. Not the way his
You're
boat floats.
taller and broader than what I prefer. You know, you're handsome, man. Why do you think people in our generation are having so much more sex than when our grandparents were kids? Because like now, like my grandma got smashed by one cat. Granddaddy ran it into the ground, Landon. I have no doubt, right? So, but now, like you go to the new generation, 13, 12, 7, 8 partners is normal. By the time you're like 15, 16. Why?
Crazy. I honestly, that's something I can't question either. Yeah, I guess bigger population. I don't know. Like
social media.
I don't.
Elvis isn't around to smash as many people as he did. Okay.
As many 14.
Yeah, so they've got to spread it out. He was a child molester.
I have no clue why.
Crazy.
Seems like I'm joking, but we're not. He was a bad person.
He married a 14.
He did.
Woman.
He did.
Lord.
I got dog's asshole.
Big dog.
But they are sexualizing the kids. No idea on kind of why people are having more sex. Do you think it's how they're being dressed, or you think it's just maybe they're not getting as much attention at home? What do you think?
I don't know. And as
Could
you
be
like, I
attention.
don't know if you noticed, but a lot of parents are getting more cool with it as well. You know, like when I was in high school, right?
Fuck no.
Exactly. When I was in high school, I know of, there's a lot of friends I was friends with. Their parents let their boyfriends sleep over at 13, 14. I'm just like, my mom, I remember one time I had my guy best friend over and I had 3 girls over. 3 girls and 1 guy. He was actually talking to one of my friends. Like, that had nothing to do with me. He was one of my best friends since we were small kids. And I remember I was showing him to the bathroom, and the bathroom was right next to my bedroom. And I remember I had went into my bedroom. He had went into the bathroom. I showed him where it was. I went into my bedroom to go change. I shut the door, and all I hear is, "Hey, get out or open that bedroom when y'all are in there." And I come out, I'm like, "Y'all, what are you talking about?" And she's like, "Oh, I thought y'all mom." I mean, my mom
wasn't having it.
No, she is serious about stuff like that. I mean, and I was grateful for that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how these parents are so.
There's no guy best friend. I'll beat the hell out of guy best friend.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, oh, I'm just here to spend the night. Yeah, sure.
Right.
Tell your daddy I said what's up to. Get out. Not happening. Well, Vicky said, "No, I don't care what Vicky said. Get out. I'll hit you.
Right.
I don't want to hit a kid. Tell your daddy come up to the house. We can talk about it, dog." Then I'll call Landon. I'll call everybody. Look, we're gonna jump this cat. He thought it was something different. It's not. He getting put up.
You know, how,
this is
like you know how like bad boys too, like
Yeah,
the drunk
yeah.
uncle or whatever. He's
Yeah.
like, "Reggie."
No, we're running. We're going
Shit, you
Reggie
at
on
least
him, man.
30.
We're going heavy. Fuck you mean you 12? Get out of here,
You at
dog.
least 30.
You're at least 30.
Man, we got an hour easy. It wasn't even hard. Last question before we close it down. 5 years from now, man, what are you doing? Where you at in life?
Well, I hope me and Landon are still going strong, you know.
Oh,
And I was wanting to hold my hand, not give me a fist bump, but
he can't see very well.
he's a little tipsy.
We did drink a
But
lot of beer today on the boat.
That's awesome. I'm
It
glad
was
y'all
cool.
had fun.
It was the
I'm
first-
jealous though.
First time all season we got to take the thing out. It was very nice. It was Zach's idea.
Hell yeah.
It was great.
Well,
No stress on it today.
well, 5 years. Yeah, I hope me and Landon are still going strong. I'd like to see Landon fighting in 5
Yes,
years
man.
as well. I'd like to see him fighting like next 4, 5, 6 months.
Yeah,
you
it should
know?
be.
Like,
He shows up all the time. He should be fighting people. He can beat a lot of people. He's probably going to head kick some people.
I mean, you beat Whitey like untrained as crap, so I mean, like completely untrained.
They're gonna ask him how he head kicked people, and he's gonna say, "Well, me and Sam, we go over some cool shit. We looked at the book, we drew up a play, and it was wild. And I'll get to ride his coattails a little bit because that's how it works, Landon. I'm all about riding them coattails, dog. That being said, I do think he's going to do some cool stuff. I think you're going to do some cool stuff, man. It was really good talking to you. We do got to get Landon an episode
Great.
sometime. I do appreciate you giving me the hour, man.
I'll try to get some. We'll try to do another one, and I'll try to get Jada actually. To
Jada
come
what?
and-
Jada, what?
Jada, why am I blanking? Why did I forget her last
Because I
name?
put you on the spot, dog. Is Jada hot?
Jada is beautiful. Jada is awesome. Yeah, she is hot, sexy, fine. She is
Yes,
just great.
and she bailed on us.
she
so,
is.
okay.
Yes, she is
It's
beautiful.
normal. Jada, super
So-
inappropriate. We'll get you next time. We're going to have some, it'll be a good conversation. We're really looking forward to it. Thank you for hopping on. I had fun.
Yes.
Like, share, tag your mom.
Tell you all.